Did Ferdinand Magellan really circumnavigate the world? Was Emperor Nero really playing the violin as Rome was ablaze? Did Captain Cook truly discover Australia? Was Hamlet an original Shakespearean story? Did America really gain independence on July 4th, 1776? These are some of the historical misconceptions we've been taught, but the truth, as always, is far more nuanced. Beginning with the tale of Magellan, while he did embark on an expedition to circumnavigate the globe, he unfortunately met his end in the Philippines halfway through the journey. It was his second in command, Juan Sebastian Elcano, who completed the voyage. Next, we have the infamous Nero, the supposed mad emperor who allegedly played music while Rome was burning. It's a dramatic image, but one that's simply not true. The violin wasn't even invented until some 1600 years later, and according to historical accounts, Nero was miles away in his villa when the fire started. Moving on to Captain Cook, the man usually credited with discovering Australia. The reality is a bit more complex. While Cook did explore new parts of the continent, others had been there before him, including Dutch explorers Abel Tasman and Dirk Hartog, and English buccaneer William Dampier. Not to mention the indigenous Australians who had been living there for approximately 50,000 years, and even the title of captain is a misnomer, as Cook was a lieutenant at the time. Now, what about the great bard, William Shakespeare? Many believe he penned the original story of Hamlet, but in fact, he adapted it from an ancient Scandinavian tale. His version might be the most famous, but it wasn't the first. And finally, the misconception that America became independent on July 4th, 1776. While the Declaration of Independence was indeed signed on this date, the war continued for another 7 years before Britain's George III and US leaders signed the definitive Treaty of Peace, officially granting America its independence. In conclusion, history is often a complex tapestry of truths, half-truths, and outright myths. Magellan didn't complete his global journey, Nero wasn't playing the violin while Rome burned, Cook didn't solely discover Australia, Shakespeare didn't originate the story of Hamlet, and American independence wasn't finalized on July 4th. So remember, when it comes to history, it's always worth digging a little deeper to uncover the real story.